Usually, when Elisa's here, we're talking about dating, but not today.
No, you've gotten past that.
Yes.
And now we're talking about things that happen to your marriage and your marriage itself.
And what you can do about it. A lot of times, people see the trials. All relationships are going to have trials that afflict the marriage.
Even if people don't say that.
Right, exactly. Right. But we're going to have kids who get sick, or someone's going to get cancer, or someone's going to lose a job, or you're going to go through infertility treatments, or there's going to be something that it might be your in-laws, you know, it's something that afflicts your marriage.
Maybe.
But the trials become even greater when we start to treat the marriage as the trial, and we need to keep the difference very, very clear. When a marriage becomes a trial, if there's abuse, addictions, affairs, certainly that becomes a trial. In terms of the way that the person is treating me now, I feel attacked, I feel, hurt, I feel like I don't have a partner. But with all other trials, it's best if we view this as a trial that afflicts us, and we're working on the trial together.
You mean us as a couple?
As a couple,
okay.
It's so that we remain a unit, we remain unified. It's so much worse to feel alone in a marriage and feel like you're struggling with the trials of the marriage by yourself than to feel like your partner is with you and you're dealing with these trials together.
Well, I'd imagine it probably takes communication. That seems to be the issue. Whenever anything goes south or a little bit south, it's because you're probably not communicating. Is that right?
You're not communicating, and plus, if you're using statements like "you did this to me," and you start doing
or your family does this,
your family, and start getting into criticism, complaining, where we're starting to treat the person as they are the problem. For instance, couples who lose a child, oftentimes they end up divorcing after going through this major trial that afflicted their marriage because they started to attack each other instead of becoming unified and seeing this as something that's challenging us, and we're facing this together. So using we language instead of you language, avoiding criticism, using always or never, because that always puts the other person on the defense. I don't always forget to do the dishes. I don't always leave my socks around, So avoiding always and never, avoiding contempt, avoiding personal attacks, avoiding stonewalling or the silent treatment, doing those kinds of things makes the marriage the trial. We want to stay focused on the issue and really look at it as something that we are facing this challenge together.
Well, I know that sometimes with my husband, I'll get my feelings hurt by someone, and he just doesn't see it. Where I think, well, I have legitimately had my feelings hurt, and I would just appreciate you recognizing that. It's okay that you don't see that it's a big deal, but could you recognize that hurt my feelings?
And get some validation.
Right.
But oftentimes guys don't know that that's what you're needing is validation. So letting them know right up front, I really just need you to listen for 20 minutes, and at the end of it, tell me I'm so right.
Yeah, and then it's done. Then it's out. Right.
Exactly. And you don't have to agree with me to say that my feelings are valid. Because from my perspective, my feelings are valid. And the same thing with any kind of a grief or loss. Or, if somebody's going through some financial troubles, or, they've been 6 or 9 months unemployed, before long, are we going to start attacking each other? Are we going to continue to have faith in the good qualities that we saw when we married the person, when we met the person? Are we going to maintain faith in the person and in the personality? That's where it really becomes painful, is when our spouse starts to treat us like we're the problem and they don't have faith in us.
Well, it seems like these stresses can either, go one way or the other. You'll either do it right and it'll make things stronger, or you can, as you said, I guess, have the contempt and just bring things downhill.
Yeah. And you really do have that option to see this as something that can make you stronger as a couple. And there are couples who go through trials like this, and they do come out of it stronger, and they've learned from it. But that's because they hold hands together. They use we statements. They don't look at the other person as if the other person's the problem. They look at the problem as the problem, not the other person.
It's probably really important to be able to compartmentalize that. Like, this is the problem, and we are dealing with it. Yeah.
And that's part of what I hope to gain from this as well, is helping people to re-identify what it is they're dealing with, and to look at it as the problem as being outside of us instead of making the problem within us as a couple.
Okay.
That's good advice.
Yeah,
okay,
you're